Fellas, we have done burgers. We have done French fries. But today I bring you something different. Not entirely.
Sodas?
But different from those two.
Milkshakes?
Originating in the 13th century. A Frankfurter Würstchen from Frankfurt, Germany. The earliest use of the word hot dog in 1884, referring to a sausage encasing. We're talking about hot dogs, gentlemen. We're going to go through some various regional hot dogs. We're going to talk about our favorite types of hot dogs. What type of sausage, brands, bun, things like that. But I do have more facts about the hot dog, and you won't stop me. You ready for this? So, a German immigrant named Feuchtwanger, I kid you not, Wanger.
No way.
Yep. From Frankfurt, he allegedly pioneered the practice in the American Midwest. And there are a few, this story is very funny, a few, I guess, versions of how the bun came to be, like how they started serving it with buns. The common thread through this is that they used to serve them just the wiener by itself with gloves, but people would keep the gloves. So they were losing money.
So,
Oh my god.
you know the turn of phrase,
Hygiene.
how nobody wants to know how the sausage is
Sausage
made?
is made, uh-huh.
This is what this whole cold open is about. This is going to be gross.
So it's, one of the versions is that Feuchtwanger's wife proposed that he use a bun in 1880 because when he was selling hot dogs on the streets of St. Louis, he was giving gloves to his customers and they were keeping the gloves. So he's losing all his money on gloves.
Here's a glove for your glizzy.
Yeah, the glizzy glove.
Glizzy glove.
So another version, he was selling sausages and rolls at the World's Fair, either in 1904 in St. Louis or in 1883 in Chicago. Again, same reason, because he had gloves and people were keeping all the gloves. As a souvenir, this one says, hot dog glove souvenirs.
So, what is actually defining this as a hot dog as opposed to other meat casings that had existed beforehand?
I don't know. I don't really know.
You know what I mean? Is it just like the specific elements of meat that is encased in it? Because I feel like
If
we
that-
were
Plus size, maybe.
linking sausage before we made hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what makes it the hot dog.
Yeah.
I
It's
really
like
don't.
certainly different than just like a bratwurst, which is much
Yeah. Or just like a sausage.
thicker.
But is clearly also derived from that.
Right. Thicker.
The world's longest hot dog. 179 feet.
God.
Encased in 197 feet. Encased in a 198-foot bun. 6 inches of space on either end.
Dang.
And then, of course, the world record for hot dogs eaten in 10 minutes is 83 by Mr. Joey Chestnut. That was in 2024.
A man who just consistently breaks his own records.
Yep.
Yeah. And then,
As soon as that Kobayashi dude started getting those numbers up there, America was like, no, never again.
and then the record for the most expensive hot dog. You want to Price is Right? Actually, here, I'll describe this hot dog,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
you can Price is Right.
Let's
Closest
go
without going
caviar
over.
spread.
This is wild. So it was May 31st, 2012. The California Capital City Dog, served at Capital Dog in Sacramento, California, features a 18-inch all-beef natural casing frank from Chicago, served on a fresh baked herb and oil focaccia roll, spread with white truffle butter, then grilled. It is topped with whole grain mustard from France,
Okay.
garlic and herb mayonnaise, sautéed chopped shallots,
Okay.
that is fancy onions, organic mixed baby greens, maple syrup marinated, and fruit wood smoked uncured bacon from New Hampshire.
Okay, the bacon's making sense with the maple now.
Chopped tomato, moose cheese
Oh my
from
gosh.
Sweden,
Oh,
sweetened dried cranberries, basil, olive oil, and pear cranberry coconut balsamic vinaigrette, and ground peppercorns.
Moose cheese.
Cheese.
I mean, that's got to be nectar of the gods right there.
Moose cheese.
So
man.
nutritious.
Where are you getting the cheese from off the moose? All right, Price is Right. How much is this hot dog?
that sounds like an $800 hot dog.
I was going to put it at about $6.50.
$145.49.
Well, we just-
Y'all were ready to pay for that moose
Yeah.
cheese.
So, you know, the hint should have been that it was 2012.
Yeah.
Not
Here,
today.
here. Let's look it up. Price in inflation from.
God, it's got to be like at least $300,
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be $300.
Oh, I'm not ready.
About $220 now
Okay. Jesus.
for big hot dog.
I
So,
will be honest, like that is not near as bad as I was going to be.
if y'all want to get into my cold open note and scroll down past all the words, there is a diagram of various regional dogs. I wanted y'all to kind of look at these and discuss.
You cannot beat the Dodger dog, man. So classic.
I have heard that it is all bark and no bite.
Really?
Yeah. Or at least like it's one of those like, oh, it was great in the 80s, but now it's
Yeah, it's just like it's
It's
just
just a
your
long hot
traditional
dog
dog,
now.
but it's a long hot dog. Yeah, it's just it's and I'll put this. I think it's in a Reddit post, so I will put this diagram in the show notes. But yeah, so it's the way it describes it here: foot long dog in a foot long bun, ketchup, mustard, chopped onions, relish. What is y'all's preferred hot dog toppings?
Yes.
so like if I could build a hot dog like the way I like.
Yeah.
Okay. Caramelized onions and yellow mustard.
Yeah, that's a good dog. You know, hot dogs are like the one thing that I will purposely seek out mustard for. Just regular mustard. It's
great.
I won't take it off of stuff if it already comes on it. I don't mind, but like I don't seek it out. But for a hot dog,
Gotta have it.
yeah, but I have to have onions with it. I
Oh,
won't
okay.
just do mustard. It's just
Could you
it's a
do
little
just
too much.
standard chopped onions?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
same.
absolutely. And I do, and I will say I would reach for like a spicy brown or a
yes.
stone ground mustard before I
Pardon
do.
me,
Or
sir, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
yes, I was gonna say, or some Dijon mustard. Yeah, I'd reach for one of those before like just a traditional standard yellow mustard, but I will go for that. It's really good on a dog. Ketchup, still no. Fuck that garbage condiment. Ketchup sucks on everything.
My sugar tomatoes.
You don't put ketchup on French fries.
I know I do not.
What?
What do you put on French fries?
Honey mustard and ranch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it's not mayonnaise.
No. What am I, French?
What are you, Lindsay?
My favorite hot dog topping, and it's hard to find. I can find it at the ballpark, which is nice, but I do have to pay a little extra sometimes. Sometimes they give it to me for free. And that's cheese, baby.
Oh,
I want
dude.
cheese on the hot dog. I want nacho cheese so I
could
can
do
dip
that.
it in there, or just like a true queso, drape it all over that dog. I also will do just a Kraft singles. I made hot dogs the other
Okay.
day, and I
Kraft
just threw a
singles, you
Kraft
say?
single on top of that bad boy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so good. I love cheese.
Sonic Driving style.
Yes. That is my number one hot dog condiment is cheese on that dog. And nothing else. I don't have to have onions or anything else on it. But if I'm doing a more traditional style dog, definitely onions. I would say pickles in there for sure. Either a spear or just like the
Do you like
hamburger
relish?
chips. No.
Okay.
Nope, I won't do relish. And then like a spicy brown mustard. I think those three things. Hell, you could put an avocado in there too. Oh God, that sounds
How
good.
very millennial of
On
you.
a poppy seed bun.
Would you do like a Chicago dog, like with the tomatoes and everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I like tomatoes on my dog too.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good. Or even like a pretzel bun. Oh
Ooh.
yes.
You give me the pretzel pretzel bun with the nacho cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This Denmark dog is interesting to me.
Yeah, tell us about it.
The Denmark dog is a long hot dog on a bun with pickle chips, remoulade, ketchup, mustard, fried onions, and chopped onions. Multiple onions. I'm here for, and pickle chips. That sounds good.
There's one on here that I wanted to bring up because it is delicious. Shout out Austin Hurley because I know he would love this dog. But if you guys find yourselves in Seattle and you get a Seattle dog, it might change your life. So this says bratwurst, and it can be either, but it is bratwurst, cream cheese, sliced raw jalapenos, chopped cabbage. It's usually just like lettuce. And sriracha. Oh my God.
That sounds god awful.
It is so good. It is incredible. I was very skeptical about it when I had it, but dude, the cream cheese in the hot dog is so good. It's cheese. It's my favorite topping on it. It's just more creamy. Creme fraiche.
That with the sriracha sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of spice it up.
I don't like any of that.
I do like the Korean dogs as well, but I think those are really more corn dogs.
Right.
But the little place in the mall, Two Hands, I think it's called. Oh my God, those are delicious. Those are so good. If y'all have not gotten yourself a Korean corn dog, you're missing out.
See, like Portillo's with the Chicago dog, I just feel like it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's a hot dog with poppy seed bun, pickle spear, celery salt, tomatoes, whole pickled peppers, chopped onions, neon green relish, and mustard. There's just too much going on.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
It is a big dog. It's a large dog. I would figure for you being a
That's
burger
a big
purist,
dog, big dog.
I figured your dog would. What is your ultimate dog, I guess?
Well,
Yes. Do tell.
that's like I don't want to be basic. You know, it's basically yours with relish as well, Chris.
Gross.
Super basic.
Way to ruin a perfectly good hot dog with putting relish on
Although putting that French dog, the long hot dog in a baguette, covered in shredded Gruyere and then broiled.
it. Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds
Ooh,
really good.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. Put some
Sign me up,
really
man.
thick grilled onions on there with it.
Thick grill.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I also don't mind like a bacon wrapped. Wrap a dog in some bacon.
Okay.
You can just do that. And then put cheese on it.
What if you had like chili cheese and then grilled onions and you make it 2 feet long?
What?
And you charge like $27 for it.
Do y'all have a favorite hot dog manufacturer? Place that you buy the dogs?
Okay, that's actually a really good question. So, bang for buck, it's easily Bar S.
Bar S, yeah.
Bang for buck.
Bar S wieners.
Okay, yeah.
that
If you
being
broke,
said-
that's the one to
Yeah,
go to. 'Cause
that's-
that's edible.
Yeah. Now,
That's what we had growing up.
good old
for sure.
classic Oscar Mayer makes a good hot dog. But I like me either the Texas Chili Company
Okay.
or Hebrew National.
Yes. Oh, Hebrew National all beef dogs. They're good.
I just remember the difference between the Bar S hot dogs that I had in my house and then going over to my grandma's house where she had the all beef dogs. And I was like, what is this delicacy?
No, what?
It is a tough decision for me because I, like you, Chris, really love Hebrew National. Man, they do a good dog. Like a superior dog. But Oscar Mayer, there is something about their hot dogs.
There is.
There is something about the way that Oscar Mayer makes the wiener. I mean, hell, they wrote a song about it.
It's the wiener that all the other wieners are molded after.
Yes. Wiener mold.
And this is not necessarily a hot dog issue, but I ate so many Earl Campbell sausage links growing up that
That should be a hot.
I look at them and I hate it. I look at them and I can't. I just get
Really?
sick to my stomach. I hate so many.
Wow, because Earl Campbell sausage, man.
I do love the Earl Campbell sausage. It is good.
Hot links, baby.
Put some Sweet Baby Ray's on there with an Earl Campbell sausage.
Yes. Yes.
All right, No.
Tone, were you agreeing
I'm
with?
an Oscar Mayer guy
Yeah.
with you too. You can't beat that.
You know what's fun? None of us brought up Ballpark.
They're all right.
They're all right. They're the Ballpark all beef Franks. Those are the ones I'm going for if I'm doing Ballpark. And I will say, on the topic of all beef Franks, do not sleep on 7-Eleven's all beef hot dogs. I kid you not. Like, those are some of the best gas station hot dogs.
They ain't thin either.
No.
Good.
They're
good hot
plump.
dog. Yeah, plump.
I also feel like down here in Texas, we may not get the best variety of like Nathan's hot dogs, and maybe that's
True.
better up north.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's in between bread. It's a sandwich.
I mean, it is. It is a sandwich. I'm looking at this.
It's a taco.
I found a much better graphic of the same one that we were looking at, and it talks about the Fenway Frank. I did not realize that has baked beans on it. It says optional. Yeah, ketchup, mustard, relish, Piccadilly, chopped onions, hot dog, bun, and baked beans, which is optional. I tried beans and weenies. Beans and weenies on a bun? Yes. No fork and knife required.
I was gonna say I feel like I need a fork.
Are baked beans a thing in Boston? I figured it was just like the
Yeah.
candy was Boston baked beans. I
Don't
didn't
they
know that
have-
that was a thing before.
It's got to be, yeah.
'Cause that's what I thought you originally, that they had Boston baked beans on. I was like, that's got to be crunchy as hell.
Boston baked beans. Welcome to the Ranger Zone. We are three tumultuously obsessed Rangers fanatics, semi-qualified to dish out our takes like hot cakes. From the fans to the front office, I am Robbie Belusic.
Who's more tumultuous, our obsession with the Rangers or the Rangers themselves?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm Chris Green.
I'm Tony Cook.
All right. We have, you guessed it, a fantastic episode for y'all today. Episode 33. I don't even know why I said that. It might not be 33. Who knows? Sometimes I mix them up. Sometimes I mess them up.
Trey.
But Trey. But it will be fantastic nonetheless, whatever number it is. We are going to do something a little fun. We've got a 4-part series that we're going to string together.
4-part.
It might not come out continuously. There might be some episodes in between, depending on what news and stuff happens. We are in mid-January right now, so we're any day now. I expect us to get some City Connect stuff going. I know new ballpark food is going to come out soon. We also have FanFest at the end of this month, but you will get all 4 parts of this series, and that is figuring out the beast of the best. But before we do that, how about a little bit of news?
Ooh, it's the news.
And it's for you.
First up in the news, it's bad news.
Oh,
Tyler Mahle signs with San Francisco.
son of a...
And yeah, when I tell you the amount, you're going to be upset.
Yep.
It was a 1-year deal for $10 million. That is all.
Could have done that.
And more.
Yep.
I would have paid more for that. I would have paid 12.
I probably would have done one for 15.
I would have done
gives
more
me
than
exactly
one.
what he gave me last year, I would have done that deal.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why we did not bring him back, knowing that, and nothing on Jacob Latz or Kumar Rocker, but they're 4 and 5 right now in our
Do they
rotation,
want
and you
Kumar
don't really
to be in the rotation?
Especially
and that's
with-
the other thing too. It's like, what?
Especially with CY on record saying that we are still in the market for another starter.
We're supposed to have
Just
$200
bring
million
back the one you
payroll
had.
still.
Zach Gallen's still just hanging out there. There's lots of guys that
he's
are hanging
getting
out
cheaper
there.
and cheaper the longer this goes on, I would think.
So
I mean, if you're not signing Tyler Mahle because you're going to sign Zach Gallen, then okay, see why I get it. That's cool.
yeah. If you're going to spend the money somewhere else and they're actually worth it, because there are a bunch. There's a bunch of guys above him, and like high dollar guys, and there's a bunch of other value guys too. But man, Zach Gallen has had one weird year. It's his entire career. It was last year, and I think it's just. I think he still has a lot of stuff left in him, and I think I think I sent a trade a proposal to sign him to you guys in our messenger, where we could essentially get him for 5 years and $79 million with that's including a player option for the 5th year. So
I think he want $100 million at least.
He's and we'll see, and that's the thing. Like, I'm right at his market value for that, so I don't. I'm maybe under it just a little bit. He might be closer to 85.
Is he Boris?
I don't know who his agent is, but Tyler Malley's now going to play for the Giants. He reunites with Bruce Bochy. So good for you, Tyler. Hope you have fun out there in the Bay.
Boo.
Next up, all our remaining arbitration players have been signed. The day of the deadline, which it was to sign them.
Long live Lee Stevens.
Yes, avoiding the first arbitration hearing and avoiding several I think several consecutive years of not having to go to arbitration with any of our players. So here are the price tags and the players.
Who's getting pay cuts after last year?
Right. Lots of people. All of these guys actually are getting pay increases because they are all in their first year of arbitration.
They seem reasonable amounts, too.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yep. Everyone is coming off of their rookie deals, making $7 to $5 to $800,000. First is, Jake Biga, making $3.2 million this season.
Yeah.
Next is Josh Young, making $2.9 million.
Yeah. That just shows you where he was when Jake Berger got a bigger first year of arbitration than he did.
It makes sense that his is less than Jake Berger. I think 2.9 is still even a little high. I would have done like
2.5.
Not even that high, like 2.2, 2.3 even, but I think just under. It's basically $3 million. So I'm like, and he's definitely not a $3 million player right now. I don't think so.
Yeah,
considering he's still
the defense isn't that
trade
great.
Bait. All right, next is Josh H. Smith, making $3.225 million. He's worth every bit of that. I think 3.5 would not have been out of the question.
He could have got 5. I'd have been happy.
Yeah, he
definitely going to give. If he has another Josh Smith year, he getting 5 next year.
Absolutely, and more maybe. He might.
He's going to be
5.5 or 6.
Right now, he's your starting second baseman. So
yep.
That's got to be the game plan. We're not doing nothing else there.
Yeah, I don't
think it's unless you're going to just blow our socks away with somebody. Otherwise, it's not worth it for a marginal increase.
No, yeah, I think your next position guy for sure on the list is going to be some type of
not this year, but
yeah, after next year, Nimmo's going to move to DH, and now you need an outfielder because I guess he's playing outfield this year, which that's going to be interesting for us.
It will be interesting.
The last guy to sign is Ezekiel Duran for $1.375 million. I think that's perfectly fine for Duran.
Y'all remember that 6-week stretch in 2023 when he was good for once?
Yeah, he did that in 2025. He did that last season at the end of the year. It was like for 4 weeks in September.
Well, he's the Josh Smith going into this year, so we're going to be dependent on him to be a utility guy.
That is true.
Well, hopefully one of the little rascals steps up and we can get rid of Duran finally. But of all of those guys, those, like I said, they were the remaining arbitration players. Sam Haggerty was the only other person who was still on the roster eligible for arbitration that we did not non-tender.
Swaggerty.
Yep, and it was Sam Haggerty. And we had signed him to his 3rd year in arbitration for $1.25 million. That deal done months prior. All of our arbitration guys making $11.95 million. So just shy of 12 for the 5 dudes in ARB.
Didn't Bombi sign for 1 year, $12 million?
Oh man, I meant to put that on the news. Thank you so much. Because did we talk about him leaving, or did we have contract things? Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'll look it up really quick. Oh god, Spot Track.
I mean, if that's what he got, I mean, we signed our dudes for less than Bombi got by himself.
I think 12 million sounds right because
that's what I remember. That's kind of what he was valued at. And I was like, oh, he got his value.
He was valued at 10. I think, like 10
okay.
even. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Adolis
perfect.
Garcia. He did go to the Phillies. I remember that. He's going to be a great
He's
fit
replacing
for their
Nick
Castellanos.
who was terrible defensively, so they're filling a big gap defensively that they've had.
This is really strange. So I'll have to look up something about this during the break because there are 2 contracts listed here. One for 12.75, which is what I saw.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But this says it was voided.
What?
And I don't know why. It's listed as an arbitration. As the label is arbitration, which he is technically in his 3rd year. Yeah. Yes, and then this just says free agent restricted. A 1-year, $10 million contract with the Phillies. So he is playing for the Phillies, but it's for $10 million and not 12.75. I wonder what happened. I don't know.
Something on the physical. I don't know. Interesting.
That or because they're listed differently. This is a restricted free agent contract. So I guess he's a free agent, but not. I don't know how that works.
I thought he was released.
We non-tendered him.
Yeah.
But he still has to go through a 3rd year of arbitration with a team before he is technically a real free agent. So, but that is the story on Bobby. Some real breaking news for us, I guess. I don't understand how that happened.
He's just so old. I guess I didn't think that was going to apply to him. But I guess 6 years is 6 years.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to update you on a Christopher's Classroom in an episode to come. All right, next up here in the news, Sunday Night Baseball is coming to the Cock. Rangers will have 3 games this season streamed through Peacock. Those games are all away. They are May 3rd at Detroit, May 24th against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and June 14th against the Boston Red Sox. So tune in to the Cock.
It'll be interesting to see who they get as their play-by-play and color combo.
On NBC?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because they haven't had baseball in a hot minute.
It has been a while, and it wasn't for very long when they did it on NBC. And I want to say the 90s. I read the article.
It was like early 90s. Because I remember NBC had the World Series in '89 when they had the earthquake. So I remember it was Al Michaels. It was like, earthquake.
What if Al Michaels is just getting up on there? I don't know why he would be doing Sunday Night Baseball in the summer, but hey, you never know.
Y'all hear why Bob Costas retired?
No, I did not.
He straight up just admitted, he's like, I can't do this as good as I used to or as to the standard as I'd like to hold myself. So that being the case, I'm not gonna ride out into the sunset if I can't do it as well as I want to.
Wow.
Al Michaels has been pretty crotchety himself lately.
That's what I've been hearing.
Speaking of crotchety, and not that that's it's for lack of a better adjective, but I love listening to Brad Sham. He just says whatever he wants, and it's so good.
I got tenure, baby.
Yes. Oh yeah, lifetime contract.
Yeah, man, Brad Sham says whatever he wants.
Jerry tried to fire him one time, and it did not go well.
It's some of the funniest stuff.
When was that?
Oh, I think it was in the late 90s, early 2000s, but it was like such a fan revolt.
Oh yeah.
Basically, when he brought him back, it was one of those all right, lifetime deal.
Yeah.
Not going through that again.
Next up here in the news, this is some non-Ranger news, but still adjacent to TV stuff because 9 teams announced their immediate separation from the FanDuel Sports Network. That is I have that same sound. I'm going to play it right after yours. That is the branded name of the sports network owned by Main Street Sports Group, the sports entertainment network, formerly known as Diamond Sports Network.
Yuck.
A familiar pang in the side of Rangers fans everywhere.
Sports.
Yes. So those teams are Atlanta, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Detroit, the Los Angeles Angels, Miami, Milwaukee, St. Louis, and the Tampa Bay Rays. They will all be figuring something else out fast because the season is starting in soon.
Speaking of the Rays, they're going back to the Trop.
They are going back to this old Slopacana field. But yeah, so you'll either see these teams on ESPN or as their new suitors, or they'll try their hand at their own streaming channel like the Rangers did.
I'm glad we got out ahead of that one.
Yeah, that's and they still own a bunch of other like basketball and hockey and stuff, but they just lost.
I heard they missed their payments on the NBA ones too.
Dude, I don't know.
And that's what triggered this, is them missing their NBA payments.
Yep, these teams are like, nope,
we're not even fiddling with it this year.
We're done. Yeah, good for them. Lastly, here in the news, and this is why I brought up hot dogs, gentlemen, because old Hang Dog hangs it up. Andrew Heaney, he announced his retirement from the MLB just before the start of 2026 at the age of 34. Heaney, after being drafted by Miami, spent 12 seasons in baseball for the Marlins, Los Angeles Angels, the Los Angeles Dodgers, New York Yankees, of course, the Texas Rangers, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. He actually ended his 7.7 WAR career with one game as a Dodger last season, where he gave up 3 in 2 innings pitched. And, of course, we'll never forget his 2023 postseason performance, including a dazzling 5.0 inning outing in Game 4 of the World Series, only giving up 1 run on 4 hits and 3 strikeouts, notching his last postseason appearance and first postseason win.
The most important thing about that game is that was supposed to be a bullpen game.
Yep.
It was for the Diamondbacks, and it was supposed to be for us as well, but Andrew Heaney went out there and said, "No, I'm good. I can keep going.
Don't you
No, I'm good. I can keep going.
Don't you worry about it.
I can keep going."
He was a big time prospect at one point.
He was.
He
with
was
the
supposed
Angels.
to be the man when he got to the Angels.
Yeah.
Because he came up in Miami, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Started in Miami.
And he just never quite figured it out. But he ended up, getting enough chances to turn into a consummate professional there.
Yeah, 7.7 WAR is nothing to scoff at.
He had that first go around with the Dodgers is when something clicked, or they figured something out with him, and then we signed him off of that deal and got 2 really decent seasons out of him.
Yeah.
My thing is he's got a flaming fastball. And by the way, is the record holder for the American League for consecutive strikeouts to start a game. He's tied with a couple other dudes, but he did that with us. So go Andrew Heaney.
How many?
I think it's 9.
Oh, dang.
Or it might not.
All the way through the order?
It might even be 11. It was something crazy.
Double digits to start a game?
Bro came out slanging. I want to say it was either against the Angels or the A's. It was in division. But guy just had underrated career. Anyway, with the cheese he had, I'm shocked he didn't want to try being a reliever for a few years. He must just want to hang it up.
Maybe.
Because if he's 34, and like he had a great start to this past season with the Pirates, but he kind of fizzled out. I'm like, you've always been a starter. Why don't you? I mean, he was a reliever that time with the Dodgers, but it's like, why don't you try, bro? We salute you.
We do. We do salute you, Andrew Heaney. You were a pleasure
Texas
to watch.
Rangers legend.
Yeah, absolutely. You were a pleasure to watch. And without you, we would not have won the World Series. That is
very instrumental.
Yeah, that is for damn sure.
Going up 3-1 as opposed to the series going 2-2, that's huge. He's a big part of that.
Yeah.
Things haven't ended great with a lot of those guys from that 2023 team, but we will always have 2023.
Mm-hmm.
We will always remember that fondly.
Flags fly forever.
Yeah.
It's happened! The Texas Rangers win the World Series!
And that's all for the news. It's meat and potatoes time here at the Rangers Zone podcast. Pot roast. Oh, that was good. We are getting into what I said. It's the beast of the best. Rawr. Insert roar sound. No, we did not say rawr. Rawr. We are going to go through. This is
Put 'em up.
an idea. You know what? I'm gonna pass. Jesus.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna pass this over to the gentleman who birthed this crazy idea, Christopher Green, so he can explain to you what it is we are doing today, and largely throughout the
Bigly.
4-part bigly throughout the entire series.
So the beast of the best is born out of the Remember This Ranger segment. So what I had the idea is if you were to take each Ranger by position and take the 3 best players' individual seasons, basically to ensure that you didn't get the same player having the same... No, sorry, to have the same player with 3 different seasons, because if we did it at catcher, it's going to be Pudge. So,
Yeah.
So it's, you get Pudge's best season and then the next player with his best season, followed by, wash, rinse, repeat.
Right. It's like, oh, crap. It's all 3 years A-Rod is here.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh.
shortstop season.
Yeah, no
Son of
kidding.
a... So we, ended up being quite the spreadsheet and
Yeah.
what to break up into a few episodes here.
Yeah, we thought we were going to be able to do all the infielders first, and then I was looking at all the names. I was like, this is 12 guys. I don't know if we can do that. So,
We're starting with the corners.
yes, the corner infielders, the first baseman, and the third baseman.
Starting with the first baseman.
Oh, yeah. Do you have... Is it you first here? Who do you got?
Tis me, the third best first baseman.
Yes. The third best first baseman. And his sidekick.
And the beast of the best.
Mike Hargrove.
All right.
1977. Former Rookie of the Year with the Texas Rangers in the 1974 Billy Ball season.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
1977, however, was his career best year. He had 5.5 WAR for the former Cleveland skipper. He was the skipper of all those 90s teams with Albert Bell and Manny Ramirez and whatnot. It was his 4th year in the Rangers. Fourth year in the majors. And he participated in what was the most ridiculous Rangers infield season we ever had. In 1977, we had a stupid infield year where everybody managed to have a minimum of 4.5 WAR. I think it was Mike Hargrove, Bert Campaneris, Toby Harrah, and it was a guy with a face. Let me see.
Hold on, I'm looking.
77
Harrah.
wasn't
Was he the
Buck
third baseman that year?
Toby Harrah.
Harrah.
is
Okay,
listed
so
as the
Bert
third
Campaneris was the shortstop. Who was the second baseman? It wasn't Lenny
baseman.
Randall.
Bump Willis.
Bump Wills, the guy that replaced
Wills,
Lenny
yes.
Randall. That was the guy.
I've had a drink with Bump Wills before.
Get out of here.
Lenny Randall punched his manager in the face over Bump Wills.
Yes, he did.
One thing Mike Hargrove was great at was taking a walk, and a lot of that was due to his ability to hypnotize the pitcher with his, in-between pitch ritual. Which,
Yeah, I saw that. 103 walks this season.
Oh yeah, it's only
He has-
59 strikeouts.
He had 4 seasons with over 100 walks, and 2 of the seasons he led the American lead in walks.
So
Wow.
that's one of those, the man had an eye for the plate. Can you imagine being in his position as the skipper and you see those bad calls from the umpire?
Oh,
You're just like,
yeah.
"You son of a-"
Or skipping in today's game and losing your shit at the amount of bad pitches people are
Yes.
swinging at.
Yeah, like this guy, because of those walks, this guy's on base percentage is insane. I mean, it's just straddling 400 his entire career.
Yeah.
And eclipsing it several times. He ended up with a career 396 on base.
Yikes.
Oh my
Yikes.
God.
My goodness. And a lot of that, that wasn't the most offensive environment in the 70s and 80s, so
Yeah.
that didn't really pick up till the late 80s. Y'all see this link I sent on the in-between pitch ritual?
Let me see.
It's one of my favorite YouTube videos.
Okay. All right. Well, this will go in the show notes for sure, ladies and germs. Right after this ad from
Werther's original.
for Patricia. Werther's. All right, knocking both legs with the bat. This is the human rain delay video. God, I love. He's just readjusting it again. Readjusting the gloves.
I wonder if this is what they made the bit in Major League 2 off of.
This
It
is
probably
gotta be
was.
You know, where He does his shimmy and it makes the ladies here wanna puke or whatever. You know what I mean? I bet this is what that was off.
Oh my god! Is it Dorn? Is it Dorn who's doing it?
No, it's the bad guy that they traded to the White Sox in the second one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The catcher that replaced
That
Bellinger
is-
or whatever that guy's name was.
That's great. Yeah, that'll definitely go in the show notes. That's wonderful, Christopher.
I'd say he's a solid candidate for the Hall of Very Good. He
Yeah.
had a really great career. And then you combine that with his escapades as a skipper. Man, if he had won that World Series in 97, he might have gotten the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Next.
I was just going over some of his defensive
you got?
stuff. He was fourth in the American League as range factor
Nice.
that season, fifth in fielding percentage that season as well.
Okay.
What else did I see? Putouts, fifth in putouts that
So
season.
he put out. That's great.
Fifth.
All
Where
the bad
was
boys
that
do.
here?
Some
Yeah.
low hanging fruit, folks.
Yeah, but he had. He was a solid glove for sure, and then just tacked on this insane season because that season he was like across the board in his slash line. He's top 3 in everything except for slugging and OPS, where he led the team.
The rotation we had in 77 was Gaylord Perry, Doyle Alexander, Burt Blyleven,
Say that 5 times.
Burt Blyleven, Doc Ellis,
Oh my God,
and some guy named Nelson Bryles. But
Doc Ellis
Good old.
that 1 through 4 is really
Yeah.
solid.
just tripping on acid up there.
That's a young Doyle Alexander too.
You got a Doc and a Gaylord. That's all right.
Yeah. All right. I am going to talk to you about the next 2 guys, but the first one is Rafael Palmeiro, number 25
Don't
himself.
you point your finger at me.
Rafael Palmeiro, who has an I in his last name, by the way. I learned that
Palmeiro.
today. Yes.
So, just to clarify, I don't know if we've mentioned this yet. The criteria that you used to pick these 3 players for the position was the overall WAR for that season, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct.
So I believe Mike Hargrove had a 5.5 WAR season in 1977.
Okay.
So we're jumping up a bit here.
Yes, because Palmeiro, let me just pull up some general facts about the man. He is now 61 years old. Spring chicken out there. Palmeiro from Cuba, drafted by the New York Mets in the 8th round in 1982.
Out of Mississippi State University,
Show enough.
where he and Will Clark were teammates.
And then
Sure
drafted
enough.
again by the Cubs in the first round.
there we go.
In 1985.
I was like, how did he get to the Cubs?
Out of Mississippi State.
Mississippi.
Yes. So, Rafael Palmeiro and his 6.9 WAR in the
as a
1990
first baseman.
Yes, and this is the 1993 year. His contract year, by the way. He was then later replaced by Will Clark.
Irony.
Yes.
Is that irony?
Those 2 guys they're just danced around
Intertwined.
each other
Yeah.
their whole
Intertwined.
baseball lives.
So that 6.9 WAR was the 6th highest in the league, the 4th highest for position players, the 3rd highest in the American League.
Good stuff.
And his offensive numbers league-wide were, some were really good, and some were, I would say some were elite, and some were much better than average, so you would say. His batting average was .295. That was good for 43rd in the league.
It'd be great today. He'd be
Yeah. Yeah. His on base was .371.
nice.
Yep, that was good. That was good for 39th place. And then his slugging, though, was .554 that season, 11th in the league. And his OPS, because of that slug, was .926. That's good for 10th.
My word, Rafi.
Yeah, he had other, accolades, like in the top. He was top 10 in home runs and OPS and doubles. He was top 20 in RBIs and hits. And then as far as like where his individual stuff ranked above the top 10, so he was 6th in slugging. This is all American League. This 6th in slugging, 6th in OPS, 5th in home runs, 4th in total bases, 3rd in doubles, and 2nd in stolen base percentage.
3rd in doubles. That's helping on that OPS.
Yeah. Yes.
Say that last one really slow.
I will, because this is a wild stat. I brought this up later. He was 2nd in stolen base percentage with 88% in the American League. He
What do you have, 22?
He had 22 stolen bases that year. That is the only year that he ever stole anything close to that. His next closest year was in 1988, an All-Star year, where he stole 12 and then 11, and then everything else is single digits. That was his first and only 2020 year that he ever had. Yeah. How freaking crazy is that? And then for defense, he was first in putouts, assists, and double plays. 2nd in fielding percentage, that was .995. That's the American League. And then 2nd in range factor per 9 at a 9.90 for the American League. This year he was on
vacuum cleaner.
He was the 8th in MVP voting. And other than Juan Gonzalez, I mean, him and Juan Gonzalez are trading off at 1st and 2nd place in pretty much every category. He was intentionally walked 22 times that season. The only other guy on the team, the next highest, is Juan Gonzalez at 7.
I wonder if he was on some benders and they were like, he's seeing the ball so well, we cannot let him beat us.
Yeah.
That 995 fielding percentage is insane for a guy who didn't start playing first base until he got to AAA.
Yeah.
What did he used to play?
He was an outfielder.
Ah.
So, and then he had 73 walks. That's a ton. This is another guy who walks a lot. Like his best he has 3 seasons over 100 walks
Nice,
in the early 2000s. And then he's got
Steroids ain't helping you there.
Yeah, he's got 2 in the 90s, 2 in the 80s, and then 3 in the 70s for walks for all the seasons that he plays. The dude was a walking machine. He was in the home run derby that year. He hit 2 home runs.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Old rules, people, old rules.
Only Jason Bay of Pittsburgh did worse. He hit 0. Bobby Abreu won, I think, with like 41 total.
God, didn't he win
through
again
all
like
3
15
rounds.
years later, too?
Maybe,
Bobby Abreu.
Maybe. So I have this link here if you guys want to open it up. This is his comparison to, just at a high stat level, to the other best first baseman of the year, Frank Thomas of the White Sox, Jeff Bagwell of the Astros, and John Olerud of the
world champion
Blue Jays.
We do not talk about him enough. There was a
John
stretch
Olerud.
there in the mid-90s where he was putting up some insane numbers.
John
one dotted.
Yeah.
John Olerud is arguably just off of where the highlights are on this little chart, and we can put this in the show notes as well. John Olerud is the best first baseman of all these guys. Frank Thomas, I believe, won the MVP that year for the American League. But John Olerud has the best WAR with Rafi in 2nd at 6.9. John Olerud's is 7.8.
God, that slugging percentage from Frank Thomas, 607.
Yeah, the 607 slugging percentage is nuts. John Olerud,
Ooh, 599.
right on his heels.
Holy
at
crap,
599.
John.
And his OPS is 1.072.
24 home runs. He must have been hitting double after double after double.
Yeah, This guy was
0 stolen bases.
This guy was nuts, and this is just in this year in 1993.
He hit 363.
Yeah,
Good God. 473 on base percentage, taking walks.
yeah.
Wow, John.
So I would say, I mean, just
Does
looking.
he have steroid stuff around him? Maybe is why we don't talk about him.
I don't think he kept it up.
Yeah.
Let me go to his whole page.
Because that's definitely Hall of Fame stuff right there.
That is, yeah, it is crazy stuff. Yeah, that was the year
That was by far his best season.
How did he
had,
not get the MVP? He led the league in batting average, on base percentage, OPS plus. His Roba, his RBAT is led the league in doubles. He did 54 doubles that year.
Whoa,
Dude, Frank Thomas unanimously got it. I just pulled it up. So John Olerud came in 3rd to Paul Molitor in 2nd, but Frank Thomas got all 28 first place votes. That's crazy.
That is so crazy.
highway robbery?
That is nuts.
I mean,
Yeah.
Frank won the slouch.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
No, I mean
they played
yeah.
the same position, and Olerud's numbers are better.
Thomas hit I don't know. I mean, he
Almost
hit
twice as many
double,
home runs.
yeah, double
Twice
the
as many?
home runs, and he led him in RBIs, but not by many. By
What was
Well,
the,
they had
but
virtually-
the slugging is close though, right?
So the walks are 112 to Frank Thomas, and John Allure only had 114. They're right there with each other on the walks.
wow, that's nuts.
Frank Thomas is a machine.
Yeah,
Frank Thomas is amazing.
that's a different breed of hitter right there.
Yeah,
And he did it clean.
and then Jeff Bagwell's just here, who's no slouch, but compared to these guys,
And definitely did steroids.
but yeah, there you go. That is Rafi for you.
We're not going to talk about whether he did steroids or not because we love him.
All right, so the number one. So we are saying this is the best first baseman by WAR by year that has ever played for. This is the best showing of first base
The best
in
single
any
season first base performance.
Thank you. The best single season first base performance by any Texas Ranger, and it goes to Big Tex himself, Mark Teixeira, in 2005. Mark Teixeira,
Bro was good.
Yep, who is now 45 years old, from Annapolis, Maryland, drafted by the Sox.
He's running for Congress.
Yep, yeah, he is in the 9th round in 1998, and then again by the Rangers in the 1st round, 5th overall in 2001, out of the Georgia Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mark Teixeira had a 6.2 WAR in 2005. He was the 6th highest in the league, 3rd highest in the American League. He had a Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, was an All-Star, and 7th on the MVP ballot that year.
I'm sorry, Robbie, did you say 6.2 or 7.2?
7.2 WAR.
Okay.
Yes. This is the year that he set the record for most RBIs in a season by a switch hitter, a record that still stands today.
Ding.
Yeah, that is
Yo.
144 RBIs.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. So here are his slash lines and where they rank across the entire league. So it was a 301 batting average, that is 27th. A 379 on base, also 27th. A 575 slugging, which is only good enough for 11th. They're still, still 9, 10 other guys. And then his OPS was 954. That is good for 12th. So he was top 10 in on base, OPS. This is all for the American League. Top 10 in on base, OPS, runs scored, hits, and doubles. His offense, where he ranked above the top 10. 5th in slugging. This is all across the American League. 5th in slugging. 4th in home runs. 1st in total bases. Led the American League in total bags that year, and it was 370. Did that again in 2009 with 344 as well. So defense had a Hall of Fame level caliber defensive year. 1st in fielding percentage, 1st in putouts, 2nd in assists, 2nd in double plays, 3rd for range factor, over 9.
I know he had some Iron Man in him. This must have been like one of those 161, 162 games played.
You led the league in total bases and fielding percentage.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right. I thought this was pretty interesting too. So he had a 500 batting average when when the count was 1-0, 2-1, 3-0, or 3-1. And then if it was an extra innings, it didn't matter what the count was. He hit 500.
You get behind Teixeira, you lose.
Yeah.
You get it ahead.
Half the time.
Good Lord.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
That man was insane.
You have to throw him a fastball, you lose.
Definitely one of our best first round picks ever, if not the best first round pick
Yeah.
ever.
Oh my God, that's insane.
I did want to mention this because much like Rafael Palmeiro and Juan Gonzalez, who you would expect from Juan Gonzalez to be entangled with him in one of their best years, but Michael Young Michael Young is also entangled with every offensive category that Big Tex has this year.
Oh yeah, this is Michael Young's career year
Yes,
too.
this is like hits, walks, doubles, triples, the entire slash line. They're right next to each other.
That's a trend that will continue as well.
Yes, it was really crazy. If you have the time, go look at Michael Young's 2005 baseball reference season, because it is something to behold.
I think this is the year after Ichiro broke George Sisler's hit record.
Oh.
And Michael Young said, "I will take your hit crown today, sir."
All right, and then I do have another comparison for you. We'll put this one in the show notes as well. This is other first baseman of the time in 2005.
I see why Mark Teixeira did not lead the league in WAR.
Yes, so this is, of course, we've got the likes of Todd Helton of the Colorado Rockies, Paul Konerko of the Chicago White Sox.
And who else?
Of course, Big Tex.
And who else?
Albert Pujols.
The Machine
Yes.
in prime form.
Yes, from St. Louis.
Scariest thing ever.
Yes,
God.
he won the MVP this year, I believe.
I can't see why.
Much clearly, very
God.
clearly the better player. Almost a whole point, or more than a point, more than Teixeira in WAR. The Konerko and Helton are just kind of on here. Their WAR is 4.0 and 4.6.
Solid, respectable seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. But Teixeira and Pujols are 7.2 and 8.4.
Ew.
Yeah.
Who was the American League MVP that year?
That was. Oh, sorry, I did say American League before. He would have been in the National League.
2005. I think that might have been A-Rod.
Alex Rodriguez.
It was A-Rod.
Yeah, Pujols was the only thing like really of note that Teixeira did better than Pujols that year was home runs. He beat him out by 2 and RBI.
Yeah, the RBI.
The RBI was
Stupid.
significantly more, 144 to Pujols' 117. But everything else, Pujols is clearly well above the entire slash line.
I was say Albert Pujols led the National League in WAR for 6 consecutive years, starting
you
with
freaking
that
kidding me?
year.
All right, that's Mark Teixeira, the owner of the best single season performance at first base for your and my and Tony's and Christopher's Texas Rangers.
Dios.
We're going to take a brief pause for us, not for you, and then talk about third base. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to move to the other corner, the hot corner. We're going to be taking you back to 2003 to one of my original favorite Rangers. After the whole 90s where you were growing up, where you're actually a baseball fan yourself.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite players. Hank Blalock.
Yes.
Love the man.
In 2003, Hank Blalock was only 22 years old
Oh, wow.
and had a 6.4 WAR.
Good Lord.
Ooh.
In 567 at-bats, he had 89 runs, 170 hits, 33 doubles, 3 triples, 29 dingers, 90 RBI. He had 44 walks to 97 strikeouts, batted an even 300. His OVP 350, slugging 522 for an OPS 872
Josh Young is a bum.
with 296 total bases. So I wrote down a few categories here that stick out. WAR. Obviously, that is the statistic that we used to gauge everybody on this list. I want to talk about defensive WAR for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Blalock's numbers just a second ago, and they were, all-star level, maybe not MVP level, maybe not even MVP conversation level. Defensive WAR, 3.0 on this season for Hank Blalock. 3.0. Now,
Wow.
I want a little caveat here.
Okay.
It's a lot easier to play third base when you've got Alex Rodriguez next to you.
Fair. Prime
But
Alex Rodriguez, too.
That
Roided up Alex Rodriguez.
That 3.0 defensive WAR was not just the best defensive WAR on the Rangers. It was not just the best defensive WAR from a third baseman. It was the best defensive WAR of any fielder in all of baseball for the 2003 season.
Holy cow.
Wow, Hank.
Better than Adrian Beltre, better than Carl Everett, better than Mark Ellis,
Scott
Torrey
Rowland.
Hunter, Scott Rowland, Jimmy Rollins.
Dang, Hank.
Hank Blalock was on his stuff this year. All right. I was with him having the best defensive WAR. I was like, well, where was he in the Gold Glove conversation? Because
Yeah.
that wasn't, he wasn't even really thought of there. So I was like, all right, well, who the best third baseman of this era? What's going on here? So during this time, there was 6 or 7 years in a row where the third baseman Gold Gloves for both the National League and the American League went to the same players every year. Scott Rowland won it in the National League, and Eric Chavez won it or Chavez, or however you want to pronounce it, for the A's. So I was like, all right, this is kind of BS. He had the best defensive WAR. What happened here? How come he wasn't getting the Gold Glove? Eric Chavez range factor per 9
Uh-oh.
for 6 years in a row was over 3, which is bordering on
Unhuman.
which is better than Schmidt
Oh, my God.
kind of defensive numbers.
Damn.
So I'm like, all right, well, you're not getting a Gold Glove over that, my guy.
No.
But if you look at those two guys, their offensive numbers almost identical.
Really?
Yeah, they were very similar players early on in their careers there. With Chavez obviously having a lot more
Longevity.
longevity.
Yeah.
I don't know did Blalock get hurt or something?
Yeah, he just injuries.
Because he played a lot of games, but just was very ineffective after those first couple of years. He's played 150 games the next 3 years after that as well, but the numbers continued to decline.
By 2009, he was pretty much on his way out.
Yeah, breaks into the league at 21 and is done at 28, basically. But I think those mid 2000s, there's going to be several players from those mid 2000s to make this list. We've already had 2 from Teixeira and Blalock. You got to imagine you're going to have a Michael Young season in there, an A-Rod season from the same era.
My dad has always said that Buddy Bell should be in the Hall of Fame. And the numbers agree. This is one of the best defensive third basemen all time. And what I wrote here, I am going to throw away because I looked up something here that changed my mind on that.
Oh, okay.
I know this doesn't typically apply to every position, but if you were to say, look at the catchers and go to sort them by defensive WAR, you would think the top 3 dudes would be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Sure.
It's Pudge is number 1 all time in defensive WAR. Yadier Molina is second, and he's on his way to the Hall of Fame. Third's Gary Carter. That's a Hall of Famer. Buddy Bell is the 3rd best defensive third baseman all time.
Holy crap.
Yes.
Not in the Hall of Fame.
Not in the Hall of Fame. First is, I'll let you take a guess who the best defensive third baseman of all time is.
Pablo Sandoval.
Sandoval. Yes, Brooks Robinson.
Yeah, Brooks Robinson.
And it's not even close. He's got 38.1 defensive WAR.
Good God.
He is in the Hall of Fame. Second, with 27.3 defensive WAR, is first ballot Hall of Famer Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
Third is Buddy Bell at 23.8. Buddy Bell is the 3rd best defensive third baseman of all time. So that being said,
a better statistical defensive third baseman than Mike Schmidt
Yes.
in his era.
yes.
People don't talk about that.
And George Brett, even though George Brett's definitely known for his offense. And so is, I guess, Mike Schmidt's just all around good, and has the career lead for WAR by third baseman, and it's not close, over 100.
Yeah.
Buddy Bell, when he didn't come up with the Rangers, he came up as a 20-year-old with the Cleveland Indians, and he played there, for 6 seasons. His average WAR per 162 in Cleveland was 4. So he's a 4 WAR player when he was with the Cleveland Indians. He came to the Texas Rangers and immediately became a god-tier third baseman because he averaged 7 WAR per 162 games as a Texas Ranger.
Almost doubled his WAR value. And for the next exact same seasons +1, just turned it on, just kicked it up to 11, found a 6th gear.
So to illustrate his defensive value for the season specifically we're talking about, which is 1979, his first season as a Texas Ranger, he was a vacuum cleaner. He had 6.9 WAR while having an OPS plus of only 110. That WAR was coming from the glove, baby.
He had 6 Gold Gloves.
Yeah.
When he
He
was
was a
with
gold glover every year with the Rangers,
Yep,
right?
every
Except for that
single-
last year when we traded him.
Yep.
So all those times when, Adrian Beltre was getting platinum gloves, and my dad was like, I mean, he's good, but
Right.
I get it now. I'm looking at this and I'm like, my Lord, Buddy Bell was amazing. Like, just amazing when he was with the Rangers. Him averaging 7 WAR per 162 games. For context, Corey Seager was 12th in the league last year with 6.2 WAR. So this guy's basically like a top 10 MLB player every single year with the Rangers.
This dude had arguably one bad season, not counting his very last season where he played 34 games. And that was the year that we traded him. He was 299, 309, 350, and 659. The next year he came right back. His OPS was 807 and then 794. And then he slipped a little bit and it was a modest 241 batting average. It was a 639 OPS. And then the next year he was out of baseball after that. What the hell? How is this guy not in the Hall of Fame?
Speaking of
his offensive numbers are definitely good enough. Like his defense for sure is good enough to get him in.
Yeah.
And it's not like he
wasn't like a Omar Vizquel or anything.
Yeah, he wasn't meek in offense. He had 2,500 hits.
Yeah, dude, what the?
Yeah, he's
2,500 hits. There's several dudes with that around that number of hits in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
and
I don't get that.
My note for the Gold Glove: he won a Gold Glove every year in Texas because the heat pissed him off so much.
He went to the All-Star game 3 years in a row with that as well. In 80 to 82, and then went back in 84.
So in 1979, he reached the 200 hit mark and the 100 RBI mark for the only time in his career, and he was 10th in MVP voting on an 83 win Rangers team. So I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. If he's in 79, that's like Yankees Royals kind of era. So if he was on either one of those teams doing that, I'm sure he's in MVP conversation. Yeah. So the top 11 career WAR leaders at third base are in the Hall of Fame. Buddy Bell is 13th at 66.3 career WAR. The guy at 12 is Greg Nettles, who's obviously another guy who should be in the Hall of Fame conversation.
Yeah.
The arbitrary, you should be in the conversation, WAR total for your career is 60 to 65, and he's kind of above this here. So I'm just saying, one of these committees needs to put Buddy Bell's ass in the Hall of Fame.
Is he in the line that marks Hall of Fame from Hall of Very Good?
He's one of those players in the Andrew Jones territory where it's you're better than Hall of Very Good. You're more like if there should be a tier between Hall of Very Good and Hall of Fame that is just Hall of Fame snub.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you got to be better than these people to get it.
Right.
And Andrew Jones and Buddy Bell definitely in the snub category. Put the man in Cooperstown.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cooperstown,
A guy that did play his way into Cooperstown with the Rangers.
we're going to talk about 2012.
40 years in Texas.
The World Series hangover year. Adrian Beltre.
My guy.
Sheriff.
El Capitan.
I love this man.
7.2 WAR.
Screw you, Joe West.
7.2.
He can complain as much as he wants with that much WAR.
It's the second best WAR of his career, following his one
monster
insane
year
in Boston.
In Boston?
In Boston.
It wasn't the 2004 with the Dodgers?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, he had a 9.6 WAR that year.
Good
Yeah.
Goo!
48 home runs, my word.
Okay. In 604 at-bats, He had 95 runs, 194 hits,
Dang.
33
Jesus.
doubles, 2 triples, 36 home runs,
33 doubles and 36 home runs.
102 RBI. He had 36 walks to only 82 strikeouts. He batted .321, 359 OBP, 561 slugging, and OPS of 921. OPS plus 139. He was an all-star, he was a gold glove, and he finished third in MVP that
He
year.
was still so mad at Chris Carpenter.
And I'm so glad that I went back and looked at this MVP race because everyone would think that it's just a two-man show. And
This
Adrian-
was Cabrera and Trout.
This is the Triple Crown year, and then Trout's with his insane WAR.
Yeah.
Trout's WAR was 10.5.
Yeah, 10.5.
10.5. God. Robinson Cano's was 8.5.
Matt
which
Trout
is
had more WAR in his rookie year than Andrew Haney did in his 15-year career.
goo. Posey with 7.6.
Yeah,
Oh, he won MVP in the NL.
he did.
Deservedly so.
And then there's Adrian Beltre, number 4 in all of baseball with a 7.2 WAR.
What's up, bitch?
Behind him, I want to give a little flowers to Yadier Molina.
Yeah, Yachty.
Yadier Molina with no bat, 7.2 WAR. The same WAR as Beltre with no bat. Beltre's batting average was 5th in all of baseball. His slugging percentage was 6th in all of baseball.
Dang.
He was tied for 4th in hits with 194. He was he was 4th in total bases with 339.
Hell
Cabrera with 377 with his slow ass is insane.
And he was slow at this point.
Like Beltre's year should be MVP worthy just about. Well, okay, if we compared him to the 2 or 3 years before then, I bet his numbers look just like the MVPs. Like what is? I bet Beltre's numbers look just like Ryan Braun's MVP.
Ugh. Matt Kemp should have won.
It just sucks he did that in a year when Trout was at his healthiest and
Somebody won the Triple Crown for
and
the
yeah,
first time
somebody won
in
the Triple Crown.
60 years.
Oh yeah, also to feed back into your trend where you like all these guys on this list have a teammate
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
also mirroring some of their performances. Hambone is all over this list as well.
Yes, he is. You want to know who led the team in on-base percentage for that year, playing 147 games? The Giraffe, David Murphy.
Yeah.
380 on base.
Dang.
Was this the year he finished like 7th in MVP or something?
There was one, because there was one year he was like 2nd or 3rd in the batting title race.
Yeah.
No awards for him that year.
It is now time to step into the office of the assistant to the assistant GM, Tony Cook.
I want to talk about how the NFL has been a bully to the other sports leagues recently, the last few years.
Go on.
And how a lot of people think that it's a sign that the NFL is kind of taking over and flexing their muscles as the number one or whatever. And I'm not sure that that's what it's pointing to. I think it could be indicative of the sport actually in decline. Mm-hmm. So normally, and for decades, the NFL was on Sundays. You go to church, you get home from church, and you watch football the rest of the day until you go to sleep.
Da-da-dum, da-da-dum.
And then we added Monday Night Football, and that was okay. It was one game. And then they added the second game on Monday night. And I was like, all right. And it was like, hey, well, we're doing Thursdays for Thanksgiving. We might as well just do Thursdays. All right, cool.
Hey, late in the season, college football ain't playing no more. Let's do Saturdays.
Yeah, let's do Saturdays. Hey, Christmas is in the middle of the week. We're already doing games in the middle of the week. We might as well do it that day, too.
Yeah. Netflix wants to do something on Friday because there's nothing going on between Christmas and New Year. So let's throw them a bone.
It's oversaturated.
There's a lot of football being played in December and January. Mm-hmm. Almost every day of the week.
Let's add a whole nother game to the season.
To me, it feels like kind of what we're experiencing. It feels like late stage capitalism a little bit with the NFL. It feels like let's strike while the iron's hot because we know that the end of days are coming.
Yeah.
It feels like the peak has happened.
Yes, it feels like the peak has happened. They
The
know
GOAT has retired.
They know that they're past their prime, and so they're going to milk it for all it's worth before this thing tanks.
Can you imagine if the NFL was a regional sport like baseball?
Oh my god.
I just no. It'll go from the powerhouse to nothing.
To non-existent.
Yeah.
It's oversaturated. Everybody sees this barbaric sport almost every night of the week now, and I think that it's gonna turn the public opinion on the sport in general. Within 25 years here, you're gonna see an outcry from the public of this is just too barbaric of a sport for human beings to take part in, and that groundswell is gonna grow, and that's gonna cost folks money, and that's gonna cause the sport as a whole to decline. So right now they kind of seem like they're bullying everybody else, but I'm not sure that that's a sign that the sport is in a great place as much as they're gonna burn bright and burn quick here, and then they'll be gone. And
What do you mean by bullying?
well, they're just eliminating TV slots and access to ratings, and
I see what you're saying.
what I mean. They're just trying to take the whole pie here because they
Could
know
dominate
they're not
every
gonna-
night of the week.
because they're not gonna have a slice for very much longer.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
That and the revenue streams for television are so much different than they used to be.
Yeah, that's why. Well, and we talked about this too a little bit when we were going over TV deal stuff forever ago. That's why you can watch almost any NFL game for free. That's why it's on local television, because they don't necessarily need the money for like streaming or to have it on cable, because they're
Right.
getting it in so many other ways that other sports just can't get that money.
The-
Can't tap that type of revenue stream.
The amount that the national broadcast networks pay compared to what the regional sports networks pay is gargantuan anyway, too, for those TV
Yeah.
deals.
I think what might add some weight to your claim, Tony, is that when sports betting is finally legalized everywhere, I think that's when you might be able to see where a sharper decline happen in, I guess, their grip on the sports world, like in as far as favorability in households and stuff like that. Like, I wonder, because I think it'll affect every sport. The gambling aspect will, but I think it will affect football the most.
Football already has a referee problem, and if the integrity of the game comes even more into question, and it gets a little closer to WWE on the scale of sport versus theater.
Yeah,
If that's your issue with it, though, the NBA's got the bigger issue there.
That's
that is.
very
I
true.
forgot. I forgot how
very
much
true.
betting in basketball is so crazy.
That and Cooper Flag should not be
And
a
just-
Maverick.
not-
That's rigged. As
not
rigged
just-
gets.
yeah, that
Not
was
just with how
nuts.
crazy the betting is in basketball, but how easy it would be to manipulate and fix stuff.
Yeah,
With it being just a few dudes on the court, you know what I mean?
right.
Where would we be if we didn't have Cooper Flag? Like, if we played this season
Oh
without
my
Cooper Flag and
God.
didn't have that bit of optimism, because Kyrie's been hurt this whole time.
I mean, the last I checked, we were still doing shitty anyway. God, I can't imagine us doing any worse. Well, thank you, dear listeners, for playing along on another episode of The Ranger Zone. It always means a great deal that you take the time to spend the time with us. All the inevitable extra trips you take back to Home Depot during Home Project Weekend.
They got good hot dogs at Home Depot.
Lowe's is where they have the good hot dogs. Home Depot is screwing all. So to continue before I was so rudely interrupted by the dead batteries, Lowe's. Lowe's is where you go for the hot dogs and the sausages and the bratwurst. Home Depot is yet to bring them back in full force, but Lowe's, damn it. Lowe's has got your f***ing hot dog needs. Go to Lowe's. Anyway, as always, you can keep up with us trying to keep up with social media on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Ranger Zone Pod. We are at Ranger Zone Pod. We're worth a follow for the nonsense alone. And of course, you can listen to us just about anywhere you get your podcasts. Thank you again. This has been the Ranger Zone, and I have been Robbie Belusic.
I've been Chris Green,
I have been Tony Cook.
and that's the way the baseball go.